to tell you about a client of mine who came to me at the age of 42, and for the purposes of this story, we'll call her Maria. Maria had wanted to get pregnant naturally. She had been trying for 6 or 8 months, and she decided to go to an IVF clinic and get a consult. So they did her day 3 labs, where they measured her estradiol, her FSH, her AMH, and her TSH. Now, if you're familiar with this, if you've had that done, then you'll kind of know what I mean here. But she had all those labs done, which gives us a really good picture of her ovarian reserve. She came to me. She hadn't been getting pregnant naturally, and she had never had a miscarriage or any pregnancy prior to coming to see me. But we went through her labs, and now, if you'll remember, Maria's 42. I looked at her labs, and her FSH and AMH looked like that of a 25-year-old. It was surprising. Now, I see clients in person in the Boston area, so we have a very diverse client base. We have a lot of clients who are recent immigrants or first-generation Americans or second-generation Americans. But what I see in our patient population is that those who didn't actually grow up in the United States tend to have blood work or an ovarian reserve that's much more reflective of a woman half their age, right? So I asked Maria, where did she live? Where did she grow up? She said she grew up in Codman Square, but she was born in Boston. I thought, this looks as if she is much younger than what she is based on her labs. So I knew that Codman Square was home to a very diverse population, and there were a lot of Cape Verdeans. So I said, where's your family from? She said, my family's Cape Verdean. I said, you know, Maria, I have to tell you that you're telling me you were born in Boston, but when I look at your labs, you look as if someone who didn't grow up in this country and wasn't exposed to kind of the toxins and had a much better nutritional foundation than your typical American. She said, oh, Nicole, I grew up in the city in Codman Square, and I lived in an apartment building with my family, but in the back, my mom had a garden, and everything we ate came out of that garden, and we didn't eat anything that wasn't cooked by my mother. That's it. So what I want to tell you is that nutrition is so important for fertility. So not only did Maria have amazing labs, but when we worked together for a little bit on regulating her stress levels and her sleep and just tightening up her ovulation window a little bit, she was able to conceive within a few months, easy peasy, at the age of 42. So what I want to tell you is that don't overlook the nutrition factor. Don't overlook that piece of the puzzle. Even if you think, oh, I'm going to go and do IUI or IVF. I'm good. I got this, right? My doctor's going to have me on medications that are going to help me to conceive. You need to really look at everything that you're putting into yourself. Make sure it's not processed. Make sure it's high quality. Make sure it's organic when you can. Make sure it's a whole food, right? Make sure it's a high quality protein, a high quality vegetable or fruit or grain or bean, right? So this is really going to impact your fertility journey. Even if you grew up on processed foods, even if you're not a Maria, you can actually change your fertility in a very short amount of time, within a few months, by cleaning up your diet. I'm Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista. I hope this helps you. I really want to see you get that positive pregnancy sooner rather than later. Let's see that positive pregnancy test. Chat soon.